playing by the Bible, I don't play by my own rules. Yeah, can't have no vendetta, I've been settling in fuse. Yeah, been on go like Nike, I've been moving like the swoosh. Yeah, taking all that burden.
Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Subset back with another video, and today we're jumping right into the mosh pit with this one. I'm not sugarcoating anything in this video. We're getting straight into it. I'm going to ask the question, what is sin? Sin is the separation between God and his creation. That's just the bottom line. In the Old Testament, there's many verses that talk about how he turns his face from the sinners. He turns his face from the sinners and shields the righteous. Now, why do I even bring that up? Is because people think that nothing in the Old Testament matters anymore, and that once saved, always saved, this false doctrine that has taken over most of the Christian world is rubbish. Complete rubbish. And that's how you know that they don't read their word. Now, why do I even say that? Why am I always stressing the word? Because if you say you love Jesus, you're saying I love the word. Jesus himself said, I am the word, the living word. So if you say, I love Jesus, and you're not in the word, you're lying. You're lying. Look, I've had a rough couple of days, guys. I've been, like, people have been asking me what's wrong, this and that and this and that. I don't even know what to say to some of these people because I know they just won't understand. I've been in spiritual mourning, looking around at people around me throughout my daily life, and I just see the grip that certain sins have on them and the spiritual warfare that they're basically ignoring and they're just comfortable with because their mindset is so worldly. And it makes me sick. It makes me so sad. I've been crying the last 3 days in a row. Multiple times. Man, I don't know. Obviously, I talk to God about these things, and he comforts me. He's my therapist. He's my doctor. But that doesn't change the fact that obviously it's not going to change overnight. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Does somebody understand what I'm saying? Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. I just want to take it back to the topic I was just talking about. I have a passion for this now. For God, the things of God, His oracles, His ordinances, His word. The Spirit He gives me, I'm in love with Him. Okay? My first true love. All the other times it was lust. Look, guys. I want to say this about what I was just saying. If you say you love Jesus, you're saying I love the word, but you're not in the word, then I'm sorry, you're a liar. And I have a perfect verse for these people. And look, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not a hating guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm really not. I'm not just someone that's like, I'm actually like really chill. But I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing. Isaiah 23:13, I brought this verse up probably multiple times in my older videos. These people come near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship of me is based on merely human rules they have been taught. Wow. My mind is blown. It just prophesied 75% of the modern church right there in one verse. When I read this, I literally understand why they don't read their Bible. They would rather go watch the football game because they don't get that the sword of the Spirit doesn't slice at them that way. They can just ignore it. One day, you're going to wish you didn't ignore it. If you ignore it to the end, I am so sorry. He sent his messengers before your face, and you didn't want to listen. What is that verse? Jeremiah 7:27, it literally says, obviously it's a different point in time, but it applies the same way today. He literally told Jeremiah, he said, go and tell them. God told Jeremiah, he said, go and tell them these things. Go and tell them, but don't expect them to listen. How sad, how terrible is that? That is my problem. That is the reason I've been mourning. That right there, exactly. I feel like Jeremiah. They called him the weeping prophet. I've been weeping, man. And I'm praying and I'm praying. But God, he's my therapist. He's my doctor. He's my friend. He's my brother. Jesus is my brother. Look, guys, like I said, we're diving in deep on this one. All right, I'm bringing y'all over here to my screen here. We got 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I want to focus on this verse here, verse 3. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition. That falling away right there, this actually translates to apostasy. This means defection from truth, a revolt, an apostasy, literally, which means that it's probably going to get worse. The topic I'm talking about right now is probably going to get worse. It literally says that God will let them believe a lie because they're double-minded and they don't want the truth. And I don't understand sometimes, but obviously God's ways are not ours. They're not ours. He moves in ways that we cannot comprehend. At least not till we're glorified in our bodies and we're with him. Now, saying this and bringing this verse up, I bring you to one more verse. John chapter 4, verse 23. Yet a time is coming and has now come when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and truth, for they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks. What does that mean? That means God is literally waking up true brothers and sisters. A remnant. He's waking a remnant up. He always keeps a remnant. Like when Elijah said, I'm the only righteous man left. Like they're all corrupt. They're all evil. God said, no, I got 7,000 men that haven't bent the knee to or worship these idols. You don't know who they are, but they're out there. Man, I feel that way. Look, guys, what this means to me, this 2 Thessalonians verse here, this means it's going to get worse. People are going to be getting deceived so rapidly that people that are actually in the faith, it says they will deceive the elect if possible. That means some people are probably going to leave the faith for doctrines of demons. Now, like I said, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. The Lord said, you have eyes, but you cannot see. And obviously, if you're not engrafted in the Word, the seed of God into you, you're not going to be able to see right. It says the Word of God is like a light for your feet. It's a lamp for you to see where you're stepping and where you're walking. Obviously, we're going to slip up. We're going to mess up. But 1 John chapter 3, verse 9. A true son of God or a daughter of God cannot continue sinning. This means willfully they cannot do it. They won't stand for it. Where are these people at? God, where are these people at? I need you to send me these people. I need brothers and sisters to sharpen my iron, not a religious spirit. Most of these Christians nowadays just have a religious spirit in them. And they just do these things because they think they have to. Not out of love. That's the difference. A relationship with God is because you love God. You pursue him. Hold on, guys. Now, I got one more verse for you. One of my favorites. Jesus said, if you love me, obey my commandments. Obey my commandments. If you love him, that sums it up right there. If you truly love him, you will obey him. Not because it's the law, but because you want to. You want to please him. You want to do right by him because of what he's done for you. Faith that hasn't been tested cannot be trusted. God says that the unbelieving mind has a veil over their spiritual eyes. They cannot see. They cannot hear. That's what it means when he says if you have eyes and ears. They cannot hear or see spiritually. That religious spirit is like, oop, what? Oop, almost got me with that truth right there. And good thing I dodged it out. That religious spirit is a spirit of the enemy. It's demonic. Religion is not the way. Relationship with God is. You got to get in your closet and cry. You got to read your word. You have to humble yourself. You have to search your heart. You have to forgive. There's so many things. Brothers and sisters, please listen to what I'm saying. It's going to get worse. They will try to deceive the elect. It's going to get worse. Everything you see on the media, everything happening in the world right now, the wars, the earthquakes, the poverty, it's going to get worse. They're going to start banning the Bible. They're going to start, Christian persecution is going to go out the roof. They're trying to push Sharia law in Europe. In Europe. That's insane. And people just don't even know that it's happening. People don't even know that it's happening. People don't even know that there's red heifers in Israel that they literally got from Texas, and they're trying to sacrifice them because they don't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. They think the Messiah is about to come, which guess what? The Antichrist is about to come soon. Sooner than later, okay? And they're going to believe that they're going to believe that is the Messiah. They're going to deceive the elect. Listen to me. Listen to me. Get in your word and read it. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's how they can say, "Oh, I told you so." You should have picked it up. You should have picked up the Bible. Truth was right there. All the signs were everywhere. Sucks for you. Do not be that person. Guys, please. It's like it gets worse. The more I try to explain to people, it's like something inside them is like, no, that cannot be true. Oh, it makes me want to scream. Look, guys, I know I'm not perfect, but what I'm telling you right now is the truth. Jesus, Yeshua Mashiach is the truth. And if you let the truth in, it'll set you free. It may hurt you. The truth may hurt you. It may cut you deep. You may have to search. You may have to plant a seed, and it's going to take a minute for that seed to grow into a tree. Listen to me, guys. I am a messenger of God. And there's many of us out there right now. There's many of us. We're in the last days for sure. There's no question about it anymore at this point. Brothers and sisters, I'm praying. I pray almost every time, every day. I pray for a brother or a sister to come to me to help me. I feel alone out here sometimes, you know? Obviously, I'm not alone. When I feel like that, I go talk to my therapist, which is Jesus Christ, the real Messiah. Brothers, sisters, I love y'all. Stay awake. And not this woke crap that the media pushes. That ain't woke. That's deception. That's buffoonery. Stay awake spiritually. Brothers and sisters, please hear me. Shalom. Stay safe out there, guys.
Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize.